Hello everyone, my name is Brett and I am a writer and artist at BGP Portfolio. You can follow me on Tumblr or Twitter or WordPress or various other social media outlets. But today I am doing another news update, and it's exciting because I think it's the first news update that I have done for the month of October. I really like October, and in fact my birthday is this month. It is exactly a week away, so that is exciting. And I have ordered a couple of gifts which are supposed to arrive tomorrow, so probably when this video is released I will already have the gifts in my possession, and I might post some pictures of those on my Twitter. But anyways, today I just wanted to touch base on a couple of the projects that I've been working on. I'm at the end of a very long shift from work today, unfortunately, and I am very tired. But I have my coffee with me, and I've got my vape with me, and I am just about to sit down, and I have been super excited to do this video for a while. This picture that I've got on the screen, I was just going to post this on Twitter as a kind of like work in progress picture, but I was like, hey, why not actually work on this while I do my news update? And so thus this is now a video. It's not, usually I do audio updates for this, but this is the first video update. Exciting. But yeah, so while I'm kind of talking to you guys about what I've been working on, I'm just going to color this in the background. It's just kind of for fun, honestly, because like this is some traditional art I've done in my sketchbook, and this is really the kind of official color for these images, which I've done with Mefetu, I'm pretty sure that's how that's pronounced, alcohol markers. And you can see here the color palette that I used. This is kind of how I laid it out on the page. But yeah, so that's kind of the official color, and I'm probably going to color the rest of these images with alcohol markers as well. But just for the purposes of this video, we can go ahead and color these digitally, which will just kind of be a fun little thing to do. But yes, so without further ado, I will just kind of work on this, and while I'm working on it, I'll kind of talk to you about what I've been working on with my blogs and my writing and art and shit. So kind of the first thing is I should tell you that this design is for, I probably should have told you this earlier, but this design is for a new character from this series that I've been working on. You might have guessed that. And her name is Kat Winchester, but most people just call her Kat. And I have a few designs for her, actually. I made the design, the original design for her a long time ago, but I never posted it. Some of you, I'm afraid, might be a little bummed out that I have not been working on my series, The World of Aeora. But I just finished the complete Part 1 collection for that series, which took me years, literally. Oh man, that's supposed to be an eraser. I don't know why it's not working. But anyways, yeah, I've been working on the Tales of Aeora literally for years now. So, now that Part 1 has been completed into a PDF, it is time to move on to some new projects. And so this is one of those new projects. And I'm still kind of working on what I want the title of this to be, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be something like the Greenwood Chronicles, or maybe just simply Greenwood, or maybe there might actually be several different titles depending on the comic series that I'm working on from this world. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I almost don't like that color. I think it needs to be just a tad darker. There we go. But yes, this is where all these characters have been coming from. You know what, I'm just gonna reboot Clip Studio real quick so I can get my eraser back on my stylus. Hopefully that'll work. Give me 1 second. Hello everyone and welcome back. Sorry for those minor technical difficulties. I definitely do not run on a super great laptop, so you'll probably notice sometimes I have a couple little things that I've got to fix. But the situation has been resolved and you can see that I've got my eraser back. This second part of the video I'm not going to be doing live. I did record while I was doing most of this work originally, but it just didn't turn out how I want. Oh, that's my cat Eva. She's being goofy. So it just didn't turn out how I wanted the first time, and so I'm just sitting here kind of re-recording over this, and you can just watch me do some work on this character while I continue to talk about my news update. So where was I? I'm trying to remember. I had been talking about the Tales of Aeora and how I've been working on it for a very long time, and I know there's a lot of people who are really getting into that series, and it's actually starting to finally take off a little bit, which is exciting, but I really have to take a break from it for my own personal preference, but also because I really do like this new series that I've been working on, which is the Greenwood Chronicles working title. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. I really like the art, I like the story, and I like the genre. Sometimes I take for granted that my viewers and followers don't have as much information about my projects as I do. And I'm like, I don't know, I guess I'm sitting here in this world where I'm like, oh, everybody knows everything about what's going on. And it's like, no. Then I stop and I think about it and I'm like, oh, I've only really posted like 2 characters from that series, even though I have all these other characters and stories and stuff in my head. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to give some more information here and show some more things. But there's a lot of actually good stuff coming out for this series. And here, Kat Winchester, she is one of them. And she does have some powers like Aaron, and for those of you who don't know, Aaron Dunwich is another character from this series. I haven't really got a chance to talk at all about exactly what this series is, so if you've been curious, I'll try to give it a little bit of a shot here. I'm thinking of Greenwood as some sort of slice-of-life urban fantasy comic series that will involve some fights and battle scenes. It is definitely not entirely going to be focused on combat or dynamic action-packed scenes or anything like that, though I definitely want to get a more like lifestyle, slice-of-life sort of vibe with this series, with just some battles thrown in here and there. If you don't really understand what I'm talking about, try to envision RWBY, that manga, if you know what that is. Something kind of in suit with that. Like, there are battles in the series, but they are not the main purpose of the series. And that's kind of what I'm envisioning it as. This group of kids, Aaron and Kat, and a couple of other characters, one of them named Alice. I've actually posted a picture of her too, but I don't think many people saw. But all of these kids, they live in this city called Greenwood. Greenwood is a kind of strange, mystical town, small town, and it's surrounded by this mysterious forest. So yeah, that's kind of where the series is at. I've just been developing these characters and developing their profiles. A lot of this information, I've been trying to think of how I want to present it to all of you, and in the past I've used different blogs, like with the World of Aeora, that's its own entire blogger website, and when people go there, they're able to sort through all sorts of information and stuff. But I didn't necessarily want to do this with Greenwood. Greenwood is a lot more off the cuff, go with the flow, intuitive sort of project. It's not as meticulously thought out as the world of Aeora is. So, you know, a lot of times with the story, I like to just post it, go with the flow, kind of like with the atmosphere of the entire project. But as it continues to grow, there does need to be a source where people can get to this content and have it organized more easily. So I've been trying to debate how I want to do that, but I think a lot of the information is going to be coming out on my Buy Me a Coffee page for my subscribers and supporters. Of course, I'm going to be posting this stuff on Tumblr and Twitter and WordPress like I normally do, but for some of the more detailed profiles and some of the more interesting and cool stuff that's going to be coming out related to this, I think I'm going to be releasing that maybe on Buy Me a Coffee. I'll probably be releasing it on other places too, but that's the direction I think that it's going right now. Hopefully that is okay with you guys. I know some people are hesitant about the whole subscription part of it, but you know, I spend quite a bit of money on this stuff. So I personally do not feel bad asking for support. And actually, speaking of money and purchases, my birthday is in exactly a week. I have got myself a few gifts. They are in my possession now. Some beautiful new markers, a new tablet. It is exciting. And I'm ready. As soon as I get done with this video, I'm probably going to go start using those. They just arrived in the mail, but I took a second to finish this before I started playing with them. But yes, so that is kind of my plans for this series and what this series is. And yeah, this is Kat, and this is the first time anybody has ever seen her. I've had some character designs out for her. Well, I haven't had them out, but I have had them in my sketchbook for a long time. I've been debating posting them and putting them out, but I have not done it until now. I was originally just going to post this as a kind of work in progress thing on my Twitter, but actually I wanted to include it in this video, so here it is. And you can see Kat is pretty cool. She does, like I said before, have some powers, but I've been debating exactly how much I wanted to say about that, because I didn't want to spoil it for you guys either. But suffice it to say that Kat is a bit of a badass, excuse my language, for those of you who are a little sensitive. But yes, Kat is super badass. And actually, while I'm on the subject of language and sensitivity, I do actually kind of want this series to be a little more adult-oriented as well. I think it's kind of cute that all of the characters are in their early 20s and early adulthood, but actually I want the series to be read by older adults. It's kind of it kind of gives it a nostalgic vibe, but there might be some like kind of crude or strange things going on in the series, because I'm going to try to be messing with some like more adult humor and stuff like that. But I don't know. We're gonna see how that goes, and I might change how I'm going to do that depending on the series or the comic that I'm working on. But yeah, that's kind of the plan and the direction that I want to go now. And for those of you who don't know much about Aaron, I guess I can just say a little bit about him too. So this Kat here, this is Aaron's best friend from, I'm thinking, middle school. I've been debating exactly the time range, but I think they've been best friends since from about middle school. And you know, Aaron actually has some powers that I've talked about. He is a necromancer, deals with some dark magic. Maybe he does some nefarious deals with this 6,000-year-old demon he keeps trapped in an amulet around his neck. But Aaron's actually a pretty good guy. He's definitely not a villain. He just has some stuff going on. And so this is Aaron's best friend. They've been best friends forever. And yeah, at the beginning of the series, neither one of them is aware that the other one has powers. So that is something to keep in mind. Aaron has no idea that Kat is badass, and Kat has no idea that Aaron is communicating with an abyssal demon on the reg. So that's going to be kind of fun. I have been working on a comic script for like a very, very, very short little webcomic including these characters. So hopefully that'll be coming out soon. But as you can see, that's most of the things that I have been working on. I'm really excited. I hope all of you really liked the Tales of Aeora. I hope you're excited that part 1 was finished and completed into a PDF. I thought it was super cool. And I know I did get a lot of views on that, so that's really awesome too. Thank you to everyone who read the Tales of Aeora. I put so much time and energy into that project. I'm really happy that people liked it. And I hope you will like Greenwood as much as you like the Tales of Aeora. I know my art is not the best art in the world, and I know that some people do not prefer comics, and in fact, they prefer my prose and everything else. But really, I feel like this is the direction that I am headed. I have a lot more fun with stuff like this, and I can include a lot more details about my worlds and my characters by showing all of these images and graphics, and eventually I can move into some animation stuff. So like, there's just so much more I can do with these sorts of projects than simply with my prose and poetry, and this is definitely the direction I want to go. So I hope you guys will stick with me. Thank you to everybody who has already stuck with me and supported me so much. It means the world to me, and I'm going to keep getting out these different art pieces and profiles and stories for you guys. And thank you so much for watching this video. This was the first news update for October, which is awesome. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to send them in. If you liked this video, like and share it and subscribe it and do whatever. But seriously, it really does help. So if you want to support me without spending any money, please just like and share this video and any of my other posts. It's a huge assist. So thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.